Are you saved? Yes, because I entered into that salvation at baptism, and now I'm living out my salvation, if you will.
One of the things that sets us apart as Christians and as Catholics is the idea that what Jesus did for us gives us the hope that this life that we're living now is not all there is.
I usually say it's begun. My salvation has begun in Jesus Christ.
Being saved is more than just a one-time decision. For us as Catholics, we believe that being saved is an ongoing life process.
And St. Paul talks about this all through the letters, all through the letters, that Jesus is the rock, that nothing in the book of Romans, it talks about nothing is stronger than the power of Jesus.
And I train my body for fear that after preaching to those, I would be disqualified. So even St. Paul is saying, even after all I've done and all the trips all over I've taken and all that I've written and taught, and even I could be disqualified at the end. I think that's a very clear point that a one-time prayer isn't really what the Bible talks about for salvation. It is a life journey that we take and a daily giving of ourselves to Christ.
Yes, we are saved by the grace of Christ, not by any works that we do, but that doesn't mean our works are not part of that whole process.
Paul writes, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from you, it is the gift of God. It is not from works, so no one may boast." People claim look, you are saved by faith sola. It doesn't even say that here. It says by grace you are saved through faith. So what's really doing the saving here? It's grace, the life of Christ within us. Not a static life, not a static entrance, but it's always dynamic. The Spirit of God is a breathing force. He always breathes out, He breathes life. So it's never a once and done deal.
It's a work that God begins in me, and the best I'm managing to do is respond, and the best I'm managing to do in response is over time, because on any one given day, it may not seem that God's work in me has, borne all the fruit that one might wish, either the Lord or me.
In Philippians, Christ Jesus emptied himself, and because he did that, God elevated him. So emptying yourself, stopping, recognizing every day, wow, somebody did something for me every day, showing the gratitude, whether it's good times or bad times.
Protestants look at salvation as in, again, you have a one-time finite moment that you are saved, and then you can't lose that salvation till the end. However, if someone acts in a way, therefore their works do not display that they are truly Christ-like or have a Christian mentality, as, for example, if someone claims to be saved and then kills a bunch of people, their perspective is that they were never saved in the first place. Do you have a retrospective look of salvation or a prospective look of salvation, which is the Catholic viewpoint? The components of salvation themselves are the same. It's just we don't talk about them in the same context.
I think they want a simple yes or no, and I don't believe there's very much about God that's a simple yes or no, except that Jesus Christ is and always was yes.
We as Catholics believe that our yes is more than just a one-time event. It is something that we must do consistently every day.
In every sacrament, you are affirming your salvation because you're saying yes.
I think there's an idea that we want to try to do things to earn our salvation, and that can't be done because salvation is a gift freely given to us.
I think if you accept it as an actual and honest inquiry and not like a bad day at the Inquisition, that you can say, yeah, yes, I believe that my salvation in Jesus Christ has begun.
So you have to be prepared. And I think if you're in constant prayer, always praying, there's always going to be words for you when you go forth and try to talk to others about salvation.
I think as Catholics, we spend more time asking ourselves, what is Jesus calling me to do today? How is He calling me to love someone else today? And it's not about my personal salvation and whether this thing I did or didn't do or will do or haven't done, whether that's going to earn me salvation. I just don't think we look at things that way. I think it's about the mission and Christ's call to love. And how do we do that? And how am I going to do that right now?